is looking very good for Hearts now in the Scottish Premiership. It's looking like we might finally see a new winner of this league after all these years. Let's talk about first that game yesterday between Hearts and Rangers, because what a game that was. Rangers come there really having to win 4 points off of both Hearts and Celtic, a chance to close the gap to a point with 3 games to go. This game was crucial because it could have been the game where they got it to a point behind Rangers, and then all of a sudden the picture looks completely different. You've got a complete neck and neck three-way race then, but I think it's fair to say now Rangers are surely out of the title race. Good start for them as well. Like I said, they started well there. Dejan Sterling puts them in the lead early on. It's a good ball in from Tavernier, gets on that shot, gets on that cross, and then puts Rangers 1-0 up, which is always good to see. You know, an ex-Chelsea academy player getting the score sheet as well, so I'd love to see that. And it's going well. Rangers at half time, it's looking good for them. It's looking very good. It's looking like they're going to get the win they need. It's looking like they're going to come to Newcastle and do the thing that they really needed to do, which is under pressure, get the win they really need to get in the must-win fixture. Wasn't to be though. Hearts had to change something at half time, and they did. And a completely different Hearts team come out in that second half, and they started to get the first half relatively well, but Rangers just dominated. It didn't take long though for them to grow back into it, and it felt like the goal might be coming. And you can see Rangers again just not really changing anything, not really. It's not working for them, and nothing changed. And we've seen this a lot of Rangers not able to hold out onto a lead in these big games. We saw that against Celtic a couple of months back, 2-0 up, ended 2-2, and we see this a bit, and that's one of the things that's cost them this season. But Hearts, they get their equaliser. I think it was about on the 55th minute or so. Kingsley gets on the end of gets on the rebound, and then a really good strike goes in. Then from there it's 1-1, and from there it's looking like Hearts might take the momentum, might carry on. Because it's the thing with Hearts, they do quite often go behind in games. They do quite often seem to find their way back, and that's one of the things that's really impressive about them this season, particularly as the season's gone on. When they've not performed so well in games, they always seem to find a way to come back and win, even when it's not going their way. So I'm really impressed with their comeback yesterday, and the way they've just managed this season full stop, I think, is just so impressive. And they're the first team to manage 5 wins against Celtic and Rangers combined in the Scottish Premiership since Alex Ferguson's Aberdeen did it. So that's the amount of years that this has been, and they've got a nice 3-point lead now over Celtic, who they are, and now 7 obviously ahead of Rangers as well. Rangers even 4 points behind Celtic now, so it's looking very, very bleak for Rangers. It's looking very unlikely they'll close a 7-point gap. 3 games to go. One more win for Hearts, and that'll be impossible. So, yeah, they'll be kicking themselves, especially as they're in such a good position in this game and such a good position in other games that they've thrown away as well. And the fact that a couple of weeks ago they was the form team. They were the team scoring all the goals. They were playing the best football out of all 3 of them. Going into the split, you could have argued they was the favourite, but they very much slipped away. The first game when the league split last weekend, they were obviously found themselves 2-0 down at home to Motherwell at half time. Like they did against Falkirk, they get it back to 2-2, but what they couldn't do this time was get a winning goal. Motherwell got the winning goal for that. That was a damaging result for Rangers. It left them 4 points off of Hearts and Celtic, and it had been neck and neck to that point. And that's why they had to win this game, and they couldn't get it done. They couldn't get it over the line, and it was a crucial game. And it means, they was already leading on goal difference, Hearts, ahead of Celtic, who won their game narrowly, won at Hibs, but they got the job done again. They're getting, got to say as well, Celtic winning their games, they're keeping themselves right in it to the end. They're 3 points off of Hearts. Interestingly enough, 3 games left. They play at Celtic Park last game of the season. Let's just say Celtic win. They all win, and they go to the final day, and go into the final day of that 3-point gap. Could go. It could go either way in that final day if they're playing each other. But the rest of this game was all Hearts, really, all Hearts, especially when they got that. Obviously, it has to be Lawrence Shankland, got a brilliant shot, proper centre forward's goal, as he so often does this season, and against Rangers in particular. We've seen him do that before as well. They take the lead, and from there it's looking like they will win, but they're threatening the third quite a bit, and Rangers did have chances at the end, but they was unable to get anything out of it, and you could see that they knew that was it really. And but also you see the celebrations from Hearts. The crowd was just absolutely incredible. They knew how big that was. They knew how massive that was. They knew that they're now favourites surely to win this league, big favourites, and they were, you can see how big of a win it was. We know how big of an occasion this will be if they are able to win this league this season, which they're looking in a very good position to be able to do. And I'm wondering if it goes into the final day, because they're better goal difference, with them separated by 3 points and 3 points ahead of Celtic, if Hearts could maybe even afford to lose, like as long as they don't take a heavy defeat, they would still win the league. So that's very, very interesting. It's going to be really tight still, I think, but they've got themselves in such a good position here, Hearts. It's completely in their own hands now. And also what makes it interesting as well is, although Rangers probably can't win the league now, what they could do, which they would also really want to do as well, is stop Celtic winning it. If they can go to Celtic Park and get anything out of the game next week, and also top 2 gets Champions League as well, so there is, even if they can't win the league, there's still something worth fighting for there for them for sure. They could pretty much hand it over to Hearts. So yeah, really interesting. And but it's the way it's shaping up. And I thought for a while, the way they've just gone through this season, Hearts, the way they just seem to always find a way to get through. And when they have the setbacks, they always respond. When they go behind in games, they seem to be so good at coming from behind. Next weekend's a massive game going away to Motherwell. Their away record is not great. It's their home form that has really got themselves in this position. But if they could get the job done there at Motherwell, Falkirk at home, then Celtic Park, it's some big games there. 3 massive games, Hearts. 3 of their biggest games they have had in so long. But they've got themselves in such a good position. I have to say that win yesterday felt very, very crucial and very, very, potentially season defining. That was the one really. After Celtic winning, needed to respond. Rangers needed to do something yesterday, and Hearts was able to get the job done against them. So I think definitely shaping up in favour of Hearts now. But yeah, a very good game yesterday. Very good game between Hearts and Rangers, and I'm looking forward to it because there's still some big fixtures to come. We still have got a match between obviously Celtic and Rangers next week at Celtic Park, and then we also see on the final day Hearts go to Celtic Park as well. So yeah, very intriguing title race.